Hey everyone. So today the big inflation numbers came out, the CPI, the Consumer Price Index. So it's 8.6%. What does that mean? I'll tell you about it. So the Labor Department produces this number monthly. We're not going to go into the methodology for creating this number. We'll do that later on. Just consider this number, the CPI, called the Consumer Price Index, created for many decades, a calculated metric by a department of the government, the Labor Department. The methodology we'll go into it later, but it's basically surveys and analyses and creating a basket of goods, a fake basket of goods, and I'll get into that later as well. So they create this number, and it's for a month, every month, for a 1 year period. So the main number just came out for last month, May 2020, and it's 8.6%, meaning for May 2021, from 1 year ago to last month, a 1 year period, prices rose for that basket of goods, that created fake basket of goods that we'll talk about. For that, they rose by 8.6%. So if that basket, let's say, cost $100, or a portion of that basket cost $100, now it's $100 and $108.60. So 8.6% over a year. That's high. That's a big amount historically for the U.S. But the reason this number is BS, and the reason it's so low, way lower than the true inflation metric, is because, again, as I said before, it's a completely BS basket of goods. It's a government department, the same government that prints a ton of money. The same government that just floods the country with US dollars. That same government that basically is taking the kind of rational, smart decision to inflate away the national debt by printing a ton of money. That same government is also measuring inflation. So imagine I'm printing money and I'm also saying, oh, what is the effect of that printing? Doesn't that seem like a conflict of interest? Wouldn't you want an independent body to measure inflation, not the same body that causes the inflation? It's all the government. So there's a twisted aspect to it. And so, of course, they're not going to report the true inflation number. Their basket of goods, read about it online. There's a lot of stuff about this online. Look, it doesn't include real estate. It doesn't include a lot of the things people want to buy. It's a fake creative basket created by a bureaucrat, right? How could and it's supposed to apply to everyone, no matter their age, no matter their like income, no matter their tastes, no matter their health, no matter their gender, no matter their proclivities and like desires in life and goals. So you can't do that. You can't apply it like that. Somebody who's like wanting to buy education versus somebody who already bought their education is they're different. Somebody who's looking to buy a house versus somebody who already owns a house is different, right? Somebody who's making 100,000 versus somebody who's making 10,000 a year versus somebody who's making 1 million a year, they're different. Their basket of goods are going to be different, period. Somebody who's incredibly ill and sick and needs a lot of medical care versus somebody who's training for some kind of athletic event, their basket of goods are going to be completely different. So you can't have one basket of goods. You can try to, but it's going to be an incredibly rough and crude number and a rough and crude approach. So this 8.6%, it's too low. It's too low. Housing has gone up so much. Food prices have gone up 30%. Yeah, it's not a lie. It's not a flat out lie. For that basket, right? For that particular basket, if I create this synthetic suite of products that a person would buy every month, for that, yeah, everything's gone up by 8.6%. But for the things I buy or the things you buy or the things we want to buy, I think it's gone up quite a bit higher for most people, quite a bit more. So if you're looking to buy your first house and you're living in New York City and the house, houses have gone up by 30% over the last year, that's part of your basket. That's part of your basket, dude. You can't just say that's not part of your basket. But real estate is definitely not part of the Labor Department's CPI basket. So if you're looking to buy your kids some college education, that's part of your basket. It just is. If you need a new car, that's part of your basket. If you have, if you like, if you there's, I mean, there's so many scenarios that, like, if you want to invest and build wealth, then you can even consider it as stocks and crypto as part of your basket, right? So things that the government thinks are should be included in this fake basket, it's it's just the government saying it, and it's not even an independent body. Of course there's going to be inaccuracies. Of course it's not going to represent the true impact to you from all the money printing the government does. To me, for sure, it doesn't represent it. I feel like my costs or the things I want to buy have gone up way more than 8%, way more than that over the last year. So you have to take that CPI number with a grain of salt. But clearly, inflation is still going hot, right? In the U.S., we haven't peaked. So it's a scary thought.